Hello and welcome to the 13th lecture of grammatical structure, our beloved course, grammatical structure. They say last but not least, this is lecture number 13, just one more lecture to the end of this course. I know by reaching this lecture you are already exhausted and you wish that you finish this course as soon as possible. Probably if we count all the hours of all the lectures, they count around 6 or 7 hours. So studying 6-7 hours is not something easy. So this is why I'm trying just to give you very little sentences, because I am after quality rather than quantity. I can give you all the units, all the chapters from the book, 20 or 20 something, but no, what I want you is to know something for good, for a long time, better than stuffing your head with a lot of information. Today we are going to talk about something called the passive voice. So we have something called the passive voice and active. So we have passive and active. What is the difference between passive and active? Active, this sentence is very clear. We know the subject, the verb, and the object. But in the passive voice, it's the other way around. We have the object first and the subject at the end of the sentence. And sometimes we don't have the subject. And we are going to see this in a minute. So this is active and this is the passive voice. Why do we use the passive voice? We want to vary our style in writing and in speech. It's sometimes very beautiful to use the passive voice. The passive voice is widely used in academic writing. If you read a research paper, if you read a PhD thesis, an MA dissertation, any kind of research, you will find that most of these sentences are used in the passive voice. They say something like the analysis. Something like it has been found. It has been showed by the analysis. Blah 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 blah. We did the research on students studying in the e-learning, and the analysis, or it has been found that students benefit a lot from this new program. So this is the difference between passive and active. And let's see active sentence. We have Noha made a cake. So we have here the subject, the verb, and here the object. Very simple, very clear. Subject, verb, object. This is an active sentence. Passive voice, what do? We switch the places between the subject and the object. We switch between the S and the O, and we make a little change in the sentence. So let's see the second sentence. So a cake becomes the cake was made by Noha. Noha made a cake. Here a cake means just one cake, and we don't know the cake. Why? Because it's just any cake. If we say Noha made the cake, so we are talking about a specific cake. It's in front of us. Noha made the cake. Or we can just say Noha made the cake. We don't know about that cake. Or probably because it is the first mention to that cake, we say Noha made a cake. But in the passive voice, it becomes the cake was made by Noha. So we change into that. The cake was made by Noha, and the verb is changed. And if you go to the book on page, I think 213, page 213, if you see why isn't it? Yes, here you will see how to change the verbs from active into passive in the simple present, the present progressive, and the present perfect. So I'll leave it to you. Yes, let's back to the slide. So simply, this is the difference between active and the active and passive sentences. We change the places of subject and object, and we have a sentence. So in the present, we have is, am, are. In the past, we have was, were, and the verb plus by, and then and then the rest of. Sorry, it's not writing. And then the rest of the sentence. And if you go to the book, you will see the rest of the future, present perfect, past perfect, and etc. So this is the structure of the passive voice. The cake was made of strawberry. The cake was made for the guests. Aha. So here we have something different. What's different? We don't know who did the cake. So what we learn here is that it's not necessary at all that we have the doer of the action. Why? Probably because it is known for us who made the cake. We are, for example, in a trip, or we are a family in a house, and we already know who made the cake. So it's not necessary that we use the object or the doer of the sentence. So the cake was made by Noha. The cake was made of strawberry by Noha. But we don't need to use by Noha. Why? Because it's already well known. The cake was made for the guests by Noha. So sometimes we don't make the full structure of the passive voice. We don't have by blah 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 blah. So you see here in this sentence we don't have by. Why? Because we want to add more information to the sentence. We want to tell you that it is made of strawberry and it is made for the guest. So we don't want to use by. Sometimes it becomes heavy in your tongue to say so. The cake was made of strawberry by Noha. You see, it is dull. It is not beautiful. If we are after the beauty of the language, we wouldn't say. You can say, and it's correct, but sometimes what I want to say that it's not necessary that we use the by phrase, by, and we write who did the action. It's not necessary. People believe, passive voice with it. People believe that the earth is round. This is an active sentence in the present. So we can say it is believed that the earth is round. So you see, people believe that the earth is round. We changed into it is believed that the earth is round. So here we have another version of the passive voice. It's not that easy that we learned just 5 minutes ago, just changing the subject and object. No, we have here something called believed, passive voice with it. It is believed that the earth is round. People thought that English was a difficult language. It was thought that English was a difficult language. So what we actually did to this sentence was we deleted people and we say it is, and then we have it here, it is believed, it is believed that the earth is round. Again here we did the same. It is so, and already thought in the past, it is thought that English was a difficult language. So here again another version of the passive voice. So it's not always subject, verb, object, and then we have the by phrase. Noha, the cake was made by Noha. No, sometimes we don't have by. Sometimes we don't have the regular or the normal system of the passive voice. We have something like it is believed, it is thought, it is found, it is seen, and etc. So let's go to the book, page 211, where we are going to see the passive voice, chapter 11, page 211. So here you will see what I explained to you, active versus the passive voice, and then on page 213 you will see the table that I just showed to you, and then you will see some exercises on pages 214 and 215. I want to do with you one exercise. I think it's very easy. So on page 212, let's do the easy exercises together. Tom opens the door. It becomes the door is opened by Tom. Tom is opening the door. The door is being opened by Tom. Tom has opened the door. The door has been opened by Tom. How do you know this? How do you know to solve this exercise? Is by looking at the table next page. On page 213 you will see how to transform different verbs from active into passive. You will see if you have is helping, you change it into is being. Has helped becomes has been helped, and etc. Now let's go down the page. Yes, here, exercise 5, page 213. You will see an exercise. A strange thing happened yesterday. No change. This is in the passive voice. Number 1 here. A strange thing happened yesterday. And then we have Jackie scored the winning goal. The winning goal was scored by Jackie. I agree with Dr. Aikida's theory. Dr. Aikida's theory was agreed with by him. Dr. Aikida developed that theory. That theory was developed by Dr. Aikida. A hurricane destroyed the small fishing village. The small fishing village was destroyed by the hurricane, or by a hurricane. Both are correct. So all of the rest of the exercises are interesting. You can do them by yourself. I'll leave them for you to have some nice time with them. So this is the last chapter, the last lesson that we are going to study. Next time we are going to have some items, some training items that look similar to the final exam. I hope you enjoyed this course with me, and I wish you all the best. I'll say goodbye to you in the next lecture, number 14, and hopefully I'll see you in the next semester. I'm going to teach you non-fictional prose, and I wish you all the best. Thank you very much. Again, if you have any problems, please email me or ring me up, and I'm going to be very glad to answer all of your queries, and I will be happy to assist you no matter your request is. Thank you very much, and all the best.